Hello, and welcome to the Willow Rose Cottage. It's been a few days since I've uploaded anything. I think it's been 4 or 5 days now. And I just want to let you know the reason why that is. Let me move. I look like I have those horns on my head. Okay, so the reason why that is that I was in the process of, if you saw one of my other videos, you'll remember that I got a package from my cousin, and in that package was a dress. And so I was super excited. I was going to wear the dress to a tea party or a tea luncheon I was going to with a friend on the following Tuesday. Excuse me. So I was taking some footage for an upload from that when we were sitting in the courtyard of the tea house, and it was sunny, and I started getting a lot of like black dots in my eyes. So I told her that I felt like that my eyes were tired and I probably needed to get out of the sun and I wanted to go home and rest my eyes. So she said, okay. So it was about 2 o'clock, and we'd been sitting out in the courtyard for probably a couple of hours at that point. So it was more than time to go, break the luncheon up and come home. So I did, and she went her way and I went my way, and I came home and the black dots were getting a lot worse. And then all of a sudden, it was all of a sudden, but because the black dots were getting a lot worse, I thought I would rest my eyes. And so I tried to meditate, and then I tried to just keep my eyes closed, and then I laid down for a little bit, just maybe 15 minutes. And so when I got up from laying down, I couldn't see in that eye. I could barely see. It was brown and cloudy and murky, and really everything was just blurs. Like if I closed my left eye, everything in that eye was just a blur. I saw no details. And if you've seen the video where I talk about being bit by the black widow when I was in my 20s, you'll remember that I have very, very poor eyesight in my left eye, and the black widow paralyzed a lot of the nerves in my eyes, and that's a whole nother story. But I have very, very, very poor eyesight in my left eye, and now I have no eyesight. Well, I have very little eyesight in my right eye. I wasn't sure what was going on. I felt like maybe I was having a stroke. I just didn't know. I had no idea what was going on. So I actually did drive myself to the emergency. I know that was really bad, but I just was really scared, and I just felt like I needed to get there before I lost my eyesight completely. So I made it to the emergency. They admitted me. I spent over 10 hours in the emergency going through all kinds of MRIs. They did 2 separate MRIs. They took a ton of blood tests. They took a bunch of vision tests. And after a little over 10 hours, I was there until almost 3. And then I came home. I got home about 4 a.m. and got a couple hours of sleep, and then had to go to an eye specialist first thing in the morning at 8 a.m. My friend drove me, the one that I was at lunch with, drove me, and then they discovered that I had somehow gotten a tear in my retina, and the blood was pooling up behind my eye, and that's what was blocking off my eyesight. And so I had to go to a town that's an hour and a half away to a retinal surgery specialist to get my eye laser, to get the retinal tear. They did some kind of laser surgery on me. It was a pretty simple surgery. I was awake during it. They did obviously numb me up, but it only took about 20 minutes. Once I got into the surgery, I was at the surgery center for probably a good hour being prepped for it. And then the surgery itself only took I'd say about 20 minutes. I've been resting for the last yesterday, all day yesterday and today, and I still have very, very limited eyesight in that eye because the blood itself has to distribute or disseminate. The body will take care of it, and so that will happen over time. It can be anywhere between a couple days to a couple weeks before it's completely cleared and I have my eyesight back in that eye. But I'm incredibly grateful to the doctors and the staff and my friend Sandy for all that everyone has done for me to get me into a space where I'm healthy and whole again. It was a pretty frightening experience, and so I just wanted to share it with you, letting you know where I've been. I try to upload at least once a day. Sometimes if I'm feeling pretty chatty, I'll do 2 times a day. However, I haven't been feeling very chatty over the last couple days. I've been resting a lot, keeping myself quiet, keeping my eyes closed a lot, just letting my body heal itself, drinking a lot of water, going easy on the caffeine, the coffee, and that kind of thing, the tea and coffee, and trying to just do pure water. And I'm telling you, I was having somewhat of a wake-up call prior to that. I know I've been talking to you about just trying to get my diet together and trying to get my movement together, and just a lot of things, just trying to just pull myself together a little bit and live a more wholesome and clean and pure life. And I had bought a book that I talked about, The 7 Sacraments of Health. I was reading through it. I can't really read right now. I'm not supposed to really have any screen time, so I'm breaking the rules for you. So I should go ahead and sign off. And I just wanted you guys, if you were worried, if you were wondering where I am, that's what was going on. And I probably won't be uploading any videos for probably about a week or so, because I just want to take the time I need to rest my eye and let it do its thing so that I can heal. And so yeah, I have some videos in my mind that I was prepared to be filming over the course of these few days. And so once I'm healed and I'm ready to do that, I'll resume filming and uploading for you. And in the meantime, stay whimsical.